G'day golfers, I'm Glen. I've got my trusty Cleveland sandwich today and we're going to look at playing bunker shots for women or for any golfer that doesn't have a great deal of power. Now there are plenty of different ways you can get out of bunkers, but this is the way I believe is the best for players that can't really use brute force to get out of the sand. Welcome to Aussie Golf Pros, where we help you make the most of your game. The first thing to be aware of when playing bunker shots is it's not a chip shot. If you try to get out of the bunker with a chipping action, then you're only going to get out occasionally when you actually make good contact with the ball. But we don't want to make contact with the ball, we want to just hear the sand. We don't want to hear the club hitting the ball. So we definitely need a nice long swing. We want to get that club working through the sand and have enough energy to get the ball up over the lip and onto the green, because the sand is going to absorb up to around 75% of the energy. So if I want to hit it 10 yards, then I actually need to have a swing that's long enough to hit the ball about 40 yards, because the sand is going to absorb the rest of that energy. So definitely a nice long swing. If you're a pretty small golfer, then it's almost a full swing and definitely a full follow through. Secondly is how big that splash mark needs to be. So I like to use the analogy that if you're small, then you should have a small divot. So about the size of the sole of your shoe. So if you've got a size 5 shoe, that's how big your splash mark through the sand should be. So alright, if you're bigger, I've got a size 11 shoe, so I can make a big splash mark. But if you're tiny, then the divot needs to be smaller too, because you don't have that power to get through a big divot of sand. So I encourage a lot of my students to actually practice without the ball. Practice that splash mark. Nice long swing, and check the size of your divot and check where it is as well. So a nice small divot if you have small shoes. The other thing that you would have seen there is that some of the sand actually splashed onto the green, and that's what I want you to achieve. That's your focus. If you have a splash mark and decelerate on it, then the sand is going to stay in the bunker, and that's a killer. Let's make sure that that sand is splashing onto the green and the ball will follow. Right, don't worry about opening the face or any of that junk. We just want to make sure that that splash mark is the size of your shoe, and nice long swing, splash some sand on the green. It's as simple as that. You don't need a lot of energy, but you need a nice long swing to get that club moving through that soft sand. Now, if you are looking for more power, watch this video next, and there's your link to your free training guide from today's lesson, all about the different aspects of the bunker play for women. Thanks so much for watching. We look forward to your company next time. Are you the best golfer you can be?